You have two older sisters?
Yes.
And one younger sister?
Yes.
So is that wonderful growing up with all those women, or did they drive you crazy? Are you the most spoiled kid in
That's
America?
what I hear all the time. No. Oh, jeez.
God, all these sisters say he's wonderful. No, he's better than that.
I mean, it was great. It was, what can I say? It was great. You know, I had 4 women, my mother and these 3 girls who were, you know, incredible women, and really, we had a great time. We had a great time.
Did your sisters think you were handsome? Did their friends think you were handsome? Did you know you were good looking? The truth.
I didn't know, I don't know. I didn't really, you know, I remember my sister and her friends, they would meet after school, and, you know, they'd talk about boys or whatnot, and sometimes they would choose me to practice kissing on, you know, because they needed someone to practice on. So that bell rang, and I was at a dead sprint for a couple of weeks. You know?
The little girlfriends would come home and say, pucker up and let me...
Oh yeah, they put me on the bathroom sink, and they'd take turns closing the door and going in there.
And kissing you?
And kissing me.
You were how old?
I think I was about 8 years old, you know.
That's the good side. There was also in your family dyslexia. You were dyslexic?
Yes, and I didn't, you know, it was something that I felt that I had to hide.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand. Didn't and don't.
And didn't and don't, and it was embarrassing.
It means that you see numbers backwards, you have trouble reading.
Yeah, I couldn't remember, at that point, I couldn't remember, you know, my right hand from my left hand. I get to the bottom of the page, and, you know, letters were turned backwards, and actually this is something that I have dealt with, and it was something that was very embarrassing and very traumatic at times, because it's bad enough going in as a new school. I did, but there's actually, you know, there is something that is really, like, remedied that, which is, when I know you're going to ask me, I don't know if you are or not, but about Scientology, which is, L. Ron Hubbard has a technology.
L. Ron Hubbard was the founder of the Church of Scientology.
Yeah, Church of Scientology.
You are a member of the Church of Scientology.
Yes. The thing is that he's got, there's a study technology that he developed.
L. Ron Hubbard was the founder of the Church of Scientology.
And I took the course on it, and it really basically teaches someone how to study. And I took this course, and I apply that technology, you know, when I study and when I read and when I work on things, and I realize that I'm not dyslexic. And it was actually, you know, it actually has changed my life in that regard, because I am now able to study and learn at such a rapid, high rate, and my comprehension is absolutely incredible.
Tom, let me try to understand. The Church of Scientology. Is this something that feeds you spiritually, or is it a technique that just helps your mind? Is it a religion? Is it a religion?
Yeah, I mean, by definition, it is a religion.
And is it for you? Does it help you in a spiritual way?
Yeah, but the thing is that it's not a matter of being fed something. And it is not someone telling you how to live your life. It is not someone feeding you what is real for them. It is what is real for you. It is a self-exploration.
Does it bother you that it is considered so controversial, that it is considered a cult, that it has been investigated? I'm not telling you anything you don't know.
No, it doesn't. For me, I don't care. It doesn't affect me at all. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever anybody thinks or what they don't know, I know what I know.
Things are so good now, but not too long ago. There is something that must have been very painful, and that is the divorce from Rogers. You married when you were 24. Was it just too young?
I don't know. I hate to say that, because there's a lot of young people that should be together, and I think anyone who's been through that, and you know, you marry, and then there's, you know, you realize you've got to confront, geez, maybe this isn't going to work, and that's always a very difficult thing for anyone to confront. I think anyone who's been through it on any level understands that, and so yeah, you know, but I really, you know, I wish her well. I wish her great success.
Are you friends?
And happiness. Well, we don't talk really. I mean, don't talk at all. I haven't spoken to her in a couple of years, but I do wish her well. I understand so much more about myself and so much more about a relationship. You know, I mean, I could speak specifically about Nick and I, you know, how we feel about our lives. I mean, the support we give each other.
Not to compete, but to support?
Oh, no, totally to support.
Yeah. When you did The Color of Money with Paul Newman, he gave you some advice.
Yeah, give me a lot of advice.
What did he say? Kid, he said?
Yeah, he used to call me, still does, hey kid, every time I talk to him. I said, I'm 29 years old, Paul, you know. He said, he said, do your work. I mean, he gave me a lot of great advice. I mean, that man is, he said, really don't believe what they write about you, you know, and don't take note of that. Don't let it upset you. You do what you do, and you live your life, and enjoy yourself. I didn't realize that you could actually work all day and then go home and have a dinner with your friends. And, you know, I used to go over to Newman's and we'd have dinner. It was a ball. You know, I had a blast. And then, really, this past year, you know, year and a half, I started, you know, and it's not that I can do both, I realized. I can really work hard and still enjoy, you know, my friends.
You talk about wanting to do the right thing, be a good person. Do you now? Are you now?
A good person?
Yeah.
I feel I am. I feel I am. I feel happy with myself. I mean, when I look in the mirror, I feel good about myself, you know? Yeah, I can say I feel good about myself. I do. And I'd wish that on anyone.